able to go 500, got 500, able to go quarter, able to bit them bone, put them in a quarter, and able to go half. When I was in the 10th grade, I had a speech teacher that was talking about careers related to public speaking. And one of the careers she mentioned was auctioneer. And that's the first time I ever thought, well, you know, maybe it's something I could do and get paid for.
It's auction time at the Central Florida Fair.
The Flying D Ranch stretches across Central Florida pasture land where cattle have grazed for generations. It was here that Fred Dietrich learned to raise and show championship cattle, as well as build the leadership skills he would later use as a show judge, educator, and auctioneer. Although Fred was born and raised on the property, the family ranch is not much older than he is. During World War II, Fred's father, Fred Jr., would send his military pay home to his wife to purchase land near Bithlo, Florida. Fred's mother, Florence Proctor Dietrich, gradually acquired enough land bordering the Yukon-Lockhatchee River that the couple could establish a commercial cattle and cracker horse business. This culmination of land would become the Flying D Ranch that Fred still calls home today. Growing up on the ranch, agriculture was a way of life for the Dietrich family. At age 10, Fred joined a local 4-H club and began a lifelong association with the organization. Fred was able to find much success in 4-H, including holding several local and state positions in the organization, winning several awards, and even being invited to the White House in 1964.
4-H made the biggest change in my life, if anything, as before that I'd never done anything really outstanding.
One of those big changes came with Fred's first project. In 1957, the Dietrich family acquired a herd of Santa Gertrudis cattle as an FFA project for the children. The project was so successful that within 10 years, the breed had replaced all of the previous livestock on the ranch. Fred has long been involved in breeding championship quality polled Santa Gertrudis cattle on the ranch and continues to do so today. Over the years, his commitment to the breed has led him to holding several positions in state and national Santa Gertrudis associations. The ranch is still known today for its championship cattle, herd management, and land stewardship. Fred graduated from Colonial High School in 1963. He then attended Orlando Junior College and eventually graduated from the University of Florida in 1968, where he honed his skills on the livestock judging team that would serve him throughout his entire career. In 1970, Fred married his college sweetheart, Gail Führerbacher, also a member of the UF livestock and meat judging teams. They were an inseparable team for 45 years and shared a love for education. But when it came to his career, Fred felt a different calling. Fred graduated from the American Auctioneer College in 1969 and would go on to serve as auctioneer or ringman at thousands of auctions and cattle shows throughout Florida and the United States. Whenever serving at youth livestock events, Fred would always make sure that the children and their animals would receive his best efforts.
I like doing youth auctions because I know 4-H, I know FFA. I always felt like I could get more money for the kids because I knew the product.
It's very easy to lose money on those projects, especially if you don't have a good auctioneer. And he's a great auctioneer.
Fred felt it was important that children understand the relationship between hard work, commitment, and success. This strongly held belief would eventually lead Fred to earn his master's degree in agriculture education from Florida A&M University in 1976. After which, Fred would spend the next 3 decades as an educator, many times teaching during the week and traveling to work auctions on the weekends.
I looked at it from the standpoint if I was an ag teacher as a way of I guess, paying back for what other people had done for me.
For 30 years, Fred taught vocational agriculture at Colonial and is the only former student to both graduate and retire from the institution. Through his hard work as an educator and mentor, Fred has helped expand the understanding of agriculture in Florida and has had a profound impact on thousands of his students and colleagues.
The impact that he made in those 30 years of teaching, I don't know many teachers that could do it in 50 or 60.
He taught me 1 year. I had 1 year of him as a proper teacher, but that 1 year impacted the last 20 years of my life.
If you're going to have an animal science program, you need really good teachers, and Fred was probably the best.
Several times I had to point out to the principal or the other coaches, we have more trophies in the ag department than you have in the athletic department, which probably didn't make me real popular, but it was true.
He's done a lot for agriculture, being a school teacher and having all these here students have been accomplished in their judging contests and stuff, and he influenced me to get into being an agriculture teacher.
Fred's outstanding dedication to Florida agriculture for over 60 years has resulted in his being inducted into the Florida Auctioneers Hall of Fame, the 4-H Hall of Fame, the Santa Gertrudis Breeders International Hall of Fame, the Florida FFA Association Hall of Fame, and the Florida Department of Agriculture Hall of Fame. In July of 2015, Gail passed away, leaving Fred alone for the first time in 45 years. Unwilling to yield to life-changing events, Fred pressed on, and in June of 2018, a chance phone call led to a reacquaintance with childhood friend Pamela Lundquist.
Our elementary school was having a reunion, and she called me up to get information about the class reunion, and I talked to her for about an hour on the telephone, and when I hung up, I thought, that's a lady I should be interested in.
Fred and I have known each other all our lives. Our mothers were best friends when we were growing up. Before we went to school, when we were little, it was an adventure to go visit the Dietrichs.
Fred and Pamela were married on June 10, 2018. Fred attributes his achievements to his Christian faith as much as his hard work. Serving as a deacon in his church for over 25 years, Fred's faith has helped him stay focused and devoted to his community and to Florida agriculture, ensuring that he had the strength to meet any challenge. Back on the family ranch with his brother Roy and sister Sue, Fred still holds on to the same values that have always helped him.
I've had a blessed life. There's nothing I would really want to do different than what I've done.